making the decision from. When something is presented as a gain to that reference point, we have much more risk aversion. We're less likely to take on risks unless there's a greater degree of certainty of being able to lock in the actual gain. This has huge impacts in terms of how information is presented. Now, marketers know this and consciously build this into how they market products to us. Whether those products are cars and they talk about potential safety, or about gain potential, or it's about insurance and we are presented information about potential losses in the face of a catastrophe, whether that was an accident or whether it was a fire or whether it was some other event. There's a conscious choosing of how to frame and present the information based upon the choice that those marketers would actually like people viewing their ads to make. And we do this with politicians as well. It's one of the reasons why attack ads actually work so well in the political sphere, because we're presented with candidates that are trying to be positive, trying to be engaging, trying to present an idealistic view. And while that may appeal to us, and while we may look at the West Wing and honestly wish that Jed Bartlett was our President of the United States, the reality is when faced with attack ads that present negatives and present potential fear scenarios, we are much more loss averse and therefore willing to take risks to be able to avoid those losses. So because attack ads focus on the negative, we are much more sensitive to them. In other words, they work much more effectively. Now, in gain and loss framing, the really interesting thing is you can understand this. You can have it explained to you. I've just explained how all of this works, and yet the impacts of this are durable. In other words, we'll continue to make the same decisions the same way. I could next week come back and